Hello guys, Cav here with another video, and today we got a new tank in the game. It's the 116 F3, this new Chinese heavy tank at tier 10. So I'm gonna tell you guys what to watch out for when you go against this tank and how to play with it, of course. Let's see what this tank has to offer us. First of all, this thing is like a mix between the 114, 113, and it really reminds me as well of the Type 71. If you look at the style of the design of the tank itself, it reminds me of the Type 71, and you know, armor quite impressive. So let me show you guys real quick the stats, and then we go into the armor inspector and we can do a few live gameplays, so stick around, there's a lot to happen in this video. So first of all, HP, really impressive here, 2769. That's a little bit more than the E100, guys. E100 is a super heavy German tank, and it's known to, you know, because of his durability, and this thing has even more HP than the E100. So what I did to get this thing to almost 2800 HP, I put double sandbag in it. Yeah, that's right, I sacrificed my improved fuel, my tofu soup, which increases my reload, my turn rate and all that. I sacrificed all these, made the tank slower, worse DPM, just to have more HP, and honestly, in my opinion, it was worth it. This thing is a beast with those. I played without it, and honestly, with sandbag is better. That's in my humble opinion. You can change it if you want. So, main armor, it's quite impressive as well. This thing packs a bit of armor, guys. 230 millimeters at the front of the turret, 136 at the side, and 82 millimeters at the side, at the rear of the turret. So, yeah, heavily armored turret. Hull as well, 196 millimeters on the hull, 94 on the side, so very good for side scraping, and 72 on the rear. So this thing is very well armored Chinese heavy tank. Honestly, concealment doesn't really matter because, you know, you're a heavy tank, you're gonna be frontlining anyway. Chances of fire when engine is hit is actually only 12%, which is nice. Damage per minute, 2428. I am using calibrated shells. You can increase this to 2550 or something like that with rammer, but I'd rather stick to the calibrated, and I'll show you why in a second. 12.1 seconds of reload honestly is not horrible. It could be better, but this thing has a decent alpha, so I understand why Wargaming didn't give a better reload time to it. Could be broken otherwise. Average penetration, 283 on the AP. Oh, thank you Wargaming for not giving this thing APCR. Finally a tank that doesn't have APCR. 283 on the AP, 384 on the heat rounds. That's tank destroyer penetration, by the way. This is why I'm using calibrated shells on this tank, and 81 on the HE. So yeah, impressive here. You're not going to struggle at all to pen anything in the game whenever you load the heat rounds. Average damage, guys, this is a 130 millimeter cannon. So yeah, I'm not sure if we have others 130 millimeter. Correct me if I'm wrong, we might, but I don't think we have any tank on tier 10 with 490 alpha. Please leave on the comments if I'm forgetting anything, but I think this is the only one. So 490, honestly, packs a punch. It is not the biggest alpha in tier 10, but honestly, it is not bad at all. It can be quite intimidating because you're going to be rolling for 500, even 600. Yeah, that's right. 410 on the heat rounds and 630 on the HE rounds. That's really decent, isn't it? A mean time 4.4 seconds, dispersion value 0.34. Yeah, it is not a sniper, but it's not a derp tank either. Yeah, you're gonna have to be medium to close range with it. But still, look, for the alpha, I don't think it's horrible. I think it's quite alright in my opinion. It's not the best, but it's okay. 6 degrees of gun depression, unfortunately. Only, it could have been like 7 or 8, come on Wargaming, but I get Wargaming they didn't really want to make this thing a hold down monster because the turret is quite good. So I understand it would have been maybe too strong otherwise. The tank is quite balanced in my opinion, by the way. 42 kilometers an hour forwards, 15 backwards. So considering that amount of health that this thing has, the amount of armor that it has, honestly, it's not that slow. The only thing that ruins the tank is the turret turn rate. Oh yeah, that's horrible. That's 16 degrees. This is horrible. It's really shit. But aside from that, honestly, I'm alright with the mobility of this tank. It's a bit slow, but honestly, you would expect it from a tank with this much armor and this, you know, it's just a heavy tank. You can't expect it to go too quick. Yeah, so what's happening to my mouse? Anyway, ignore my mouse. So this is what I have equipped on my 116. Like I said, I am using the Pecking Bro stack to improve pretty much everything on my tank, and then I'm sacrificing the improved fuel, the tofu soup, to put sandbag armor. Usually I would not do this in any tank, but with this tank I noticed that I can be more dominant and I can just take those shots. So the thing is, the 116, if I put improved fuel and tofu soup, I would level the tank with the other heavies, but having that much extra HP puts me on a level above. It gives me something that they don't have. So yeah, this is why I said I prefer having it sandbag. What I'm using is calibrated shells. You can tell it increases quite a bit the penetration, and I'm gonna be dealing with very heavily armored tanks in the enemy team because I'm a heavy. I'm gonna be frontlining, so I'd rather increase my chances of penetrating. So yep, calibrated shells for me. Defense system, improved optics, enhanced gun lane drive, improved assembly, improved control to make that turn rate a little bit better, refined gun, toolbox, and consumable delivery system. So this is what I'm using on my tank, and let's have a look at the armor real quick. Let's not take it too long. Right guys, so this is the armor of the 116 F3. I've actually having to re-record this because I'm a donkey, and before I kind of forgot to record this screen, so it was like me talking but not actually showing what I'm talking about. So armor is quite impressive. This is a Jagdpanzer E100 aiming at it with AP, and there's still a lot of red. You know, if there's a Jagdpanzer aiming at you and there's still a lot of red like this, you know the tank has a good armor. So where are the weak points? So at the top of the turret, at the cheeks of the turret, and of course lower plate. If you put heat rounds, of course there's going to be a lot more green, but still there is places on the hull that no tank will penetrate. Maybe Jagdpanzer with calibrated shells would penetrate this, but still it's very impressive that you will have bars of armor here that will auto bounce pretty much every tank in the game. So use that to your advantage, and yeah, you can actually side scrape this thing. Just be careful that it has like a little nipple here like the VK72, but honestly, if you're quick enough, you can get away with it. Just don't give time for them to aim there. And yeah, that's the most OP tank destroyer in terms of penetration in the game. I think maybe the Hori has a bit more, but let's put like a heavy tank that has good penetration, don't get me wrong, but look at that, against a heavy tank using AP, look, this thing is a tomato. Yeah, very impressive. So what I found out about this tank is that if it's not going up against tank destroyers, any other tank, if it's using AP, will likely bounce. Look, even on the hatch here, you have to shoot quite low, otherwise you will bounce on the top. So yeah, there's some weak spots, but honestly this thing is quite impressive, if I may be honest with you. And yeah, you can, yeah, look at that. That's very impressive in my opinion. And of course, yeah, if you put heat rounds, a lot of weak spots come up. So this thing is very strong against AP, like just standard rounds, but as long as, you know, as they don't shoot heat rounds. But once they start shooting premium rounds, then yeah, a lot of your weaknesses are gonna start appearing. But yeah, very solid tank, very solid armor. You can sidescape, you can try to go hold down. It is not 100% reliable, be aware, but still, you know, don't give them time to aim on your weak spots, and they'll likely bounce. Right, so just keep all of that in mind, and let's go for our live gameplay because I'm taking way too long on this intro. So let's go for it. Let's go for it. And you know what, guys? I actually, in my humble opinion, like, I'm not saying this tank is better than the Type 71 because I haven't played enough battles with it. But I can tell you that I've enjoyed playing with this tank more than the Type 71. I'm just not a big fan of the Type. It's a boring tank to play with. I don't really like it. But this thing is quite enjoyable for me because I really like tanks with big alpha. This thing's like a peekaboo tank. You you hold the position, you do some side scraping, you get hold down or something, and of course don't stand still while hold down, because if they put heat rounds or premium rounds on your turret, yeah, they will go through it. That's the only negative side about this tank, that it's good against AP rounds, but premium rounds not so much. But yeah, I just enjoyed the gameplay of doing a bigger alpha and then hiding. You know, you don't really need to have a lot of DPM with this tank, just because the alpha is so good. Look at that Cranvang. 470. Yeah, we load below the average, by the way. RNG wasn't really kind to me there. And look, just keep in mind that on this video there might be some bad shooting on my part, because I'm actually trying to learn how to shoot with the manual zoom. So I've played 8 years on the iPad, and then for the last 2 years I've been trying to get better at PC. And one thing that I refused to play with was the manual zoom. So I used to play with the automatic one, but now, oh, that was bad. But now I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. Manual zoom, so you guys can see I can zoom in, and zoom in. Yeah, so this is what I'm trying to get used to, so please don't cuss me out too much if I don't get the best shots in. We really need to finish off that Cranvang, you know, because enemy team is actually rushing us from behind, which is not great. I'm actually going to shoot this 183, 489, that's pretty much average damage on this tank. Oh, that's not good. Oh no. Oh no. That's bad. Damn, that's really bad. I'll have to get out of here. I'll have to get shot by the VK again, or maybe not. Let's fix our armor rack. Oh man, our team has been demolished. It's been totally demolished. Look at that. We just brutally lost. It's like nothing I can do. Man, I'm trying here, but ooh. Really, like, this is a lost match. It's a lost game, unfortunately. Oh, that sucks, man. Oh, that really sucks. Could have shown you the actual potential of the tank, but because of my great team, I won't be able to. So, yeah, that's close to 3,000 damage anyway, you know. Considering the situation I'm in, I'm actually did the right, in my opinion. Ah, damn teams nowadays. Honestly, I didn't even see my team dying. I didn't even see my team dying. We were holding off the Cranvang, the Jag Panzer, the VK-72. That's already 3 major tanks. How did my team die? Okay, anyway, that's Blitz for you. I actually did a decent amount of damage with this tank. I find it so easy to deal with damage with the 116 for some reason. I think it's maybe because of the alpha. And you've seen it there, guys. Like, I was bouncing quite a few shots. And honestly, the more I play with this tank, the more I like it. So yeah, very enjoyable tank. Okay, for our second match, this could be quite interesting. We're against a FU 4005 268. That's what I have with in terms of tank destroyers. Okay, I'm not gonna complain about that. Let's just see what we can do over here on the left-hand side of the map. I hope my team can deal with the flank by themselves. And you know what? I'm really tempted of just like rushing to the pit. Oh, is it gonna work? You know what? You only live once. Let's just go for it. This could be terrible, but this could work so well as well. Let's just see. 113 over there. Is that 113 by himself? Ain't no way. He's by himself. Oh no, he's not. Okay, fine. Yeah, that would be too crazy. But honestly, still, I can get another shot into this guy. I don't even care if I got... Ooh, I actually got hit on the armor rack. Yeah, I could have avoided that shot, honestly. It was lazy on my part not to even side scrape, but... Yeah. It's fine. Let's just go for it. I'm just going for the 113. Enemy team rush that flank and it's gonna completely destroy our mediums, or our light tank, sorry, which is the Sheridan. Hopefully the... Ooh, WT didn't finish that guy off. Not quite. Yeah, let's just rush. Let's just rush. He does have more DPM than I do, so I have to watch out for that. Oh, look at that. Quite a bit more. Yeah. Yeah. Not a good 1v1 here. Not a good 1v1. I can't advance too much either. Come on, team. You guys can get him. Okay. Hopefully they can get that guy. Yeah, they're aiming at me. They all want to shoot at the new tank. Let's just back off a bit and a little bit more passive. There's an IS-7, completely full HP there, and no one is aiming at him. Crazy. Did he try to shoot HE against that? Okay, well done. Well done, mate. Nice shot. Nice shot. We're still gonna win this one. I just need to be a bit more careful so I don't actually end up dying here. I wouldn't want that. I know there's a tank destroyer aiming this way. Let's chill out for a second. Hello? I would say that this is like a Type 71 with more alpha. And a lot less armor. Okay, that's not good. I got hit by the 268. He was right there. I was not expecting that. What a shame. Really, what a shame. I'm probably gonna get finished off here. I would love to avoid that. Oh no, okay, I don't think he's going for me. He could go for me if he wanted to, but I don't think he is. Which, honestly, I'm not gonna complain. 525. This is what I love about this alpha. So yeah, 3,400 damage. You know what? I'll take that. It is not the best gameplay that I've done in my life, but a win is a win. I'll take it. Who do we have at 268? You know what? He's probably aiming at me, that little bastard. What is the chance he's gonna finish me off? Okay, fine. We're alive. We're alive. That's what matters. Yeah, let's just go for him. Maybe if we have another shot on him, we could get close to 4,000 damage. We could maybe dream. 516. Nah, even if I killed him, I wouldn't be able to get to 4k. But you know what? That's fine. You guys can see how this tank performs. You know, I could have conserved a lot more HP than it did. I'll be honest. I was being very, very careless. I really wanted to try to expose the armor and see what I could do. But honestly, with this big-ass lower plate, you won't bounce much. So you gotta hide that lower plate, even if it's hold down or side scraping. You guys saw that the turret is not impenetrable, especially against tanks with very high penetration. But it can give the bounce against players that will shoot AP. Right? Cool. That's decent. That's a decent second match for us. That's almost 4,000 damage. First class, not a problem. I got a few ace tankers already in this tank, but nothing to brag about because it hasn't been released into the game yet as I'm recording. I always record before it's released. But yeah, I wonder how this tank is gonna come up in the store. Most likely crates. Who would guess? Yeah. Okay, let's go for our last third match and see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. FV4005 grill on T95. I'm not particularly worried about the T95. What worries me is maybe the grill. It has enough gun handling to actually hit my weak spots with a lot of... It can be quite reliable in hitting my weak spots. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, let's see what we can do on this one. Let's see what we can do. Maybe we can make some magic happen. They only have 2 light tanks, but only 2 heavies. I wonder, should I just push on this side? Makes me wonder. Where's the enemy team coming? Oh, okay, fine. You know what? Let's be smart. Let's be smart in this one. Oh, no. Come on. I should have waited a tiny bit more. But we got a full 1005 rushing in, so you know what, I'm gonna rush in. From my lightly armored tank destroyer is rushing in, I'm rushing in. Or maybe I shouldn't have rushed in. Just because someone is rushing in doesn't mean you should. Okay, fine. You know what, it's fine. I'm okay still. I'm still alright. I'm still doing okay. It could be a problem. I said alright. I said I wasn't worried about the P95, but I could be quite wrong with that. You know what, let's just take a shot and rush. Bastard. Took my tracks. Okay, good stuff. Oh no! Disaster! How did we miss that? I said I wasn't worried about this guy, and he's giving me a tough time. And he's being quite aggressive as well. Oh, thank you, bad shot. Nice, now we got the hatch. That was a horrible shot by me. I was not expecting to actually miss that. Okay. Okay, never talk bad about the T95 again. Clearly. Yeah, that's a nice win for us. We managed to hold out on this flank. Our team was on the advantage on the other side in terms of numbers. So, yeah, you know, that's where we're at. Good stuff, 536. And you see how easy it is to climb the damage on this thing. I was, a minute ago, was with like under 2,000 damage. Almost 3,000 damage we finished with, which is not bad. Okay, so yeah, that's the F6, sorry, is the F, no, the 116 F3, my bad, I almost didn't almost pronounced the name in the wrong way. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This tank is actually quite solid in my opinion. It can perform quite well on the front line. Just, I don't think it will be meta, but it's a very solid tank. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, consider leaving a like, subscribing and sharing. It does help a lot. See you on the next one. Bye bye.